Hello, and a very, very warm welcome to this session today. I am joined by none other than the most amazing Chef Ramses Bravo. Ramses, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi there. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's magical. It's so, so magical, Ramses, because the thing is, you're over one side of the world, I'm over the other side of the world, and yet we can do this and we can, share information and, and just put the world to rights nutritionally, which I think is really what's very needed at the moment. So Ramses, tell me what I would love to do. If you can just introduce yourself to my viewers, because a lot of them I know have heard your name. A lot of them I know your books and your courses and so on. But actually, I'd love to hear from you and tell if you can tell us a little bit about the work that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you for having me, Jeannie. This is a pleasure. And as you say, it's cool that I'm way over here in California, USA, and you're in London, and we can chat, and it's, it's awesome. Um, so I have been a plant-based chef for 14 and a half years now. I am the chef for True North Health in Santa Rosa, California. I was not always a plant-based chef. That was not the idea when I grew up. I come from regular cooking background. And as I said, about 14 and a half years ago, my life took a bit of a detour. And I've been very blessed and very happy for having taken that detour. And so what I do is I cook in what's called an SOS free style, which means I cook plant-based or vegan, if somebody prefers to use that word. But I also do SOS free, which means I don't use any added salt, oil, or sugar. So nothing that comes out of a bottle or out of a, white powdery substance out of a box. And it's a challenge, definitely a challenge, because the number one job for a chef, any chef in any type of country or cuisine that they do, is to make it taste good. And so within those parameters, that's still my job. I still have to make it taste good. But I've been fortunate enough to, I think, do a good job at it and be recognized by people all over the world. And, I'm humbled to say that people in London and Australia and Germany and Argentina and Mexico and certainly in the US know of my work and appreciate what I do. So I'm very thankful and blessed for the opportunity.
Yeah, well, you're very well known over here in the UK, and so people do talk about you in the nicest possible way, I can assure you. But I think it's so interesting because certainly I know that my viewers, because I talk about SOS, that the SOS free way of eating and food prep and so on. So this is where your name does come up an awful lot, and I think it's just so exciting that that you are leading the field in this particular way of eating. Just briefly, can you talk about some of the health advantages of eating the SOS-free way? Obviously, I think most people, 99.9% of them watching this channel, fully understand the plant-based, whole food plant-based way of eating. But tell me, if you can tell a little bit more about the health benefits of the SOS.
Sure. I can tell you from my own experience what the health benefits that I've gotten out of it. Which is much more energy, a clearer sort of mindset, not such a foggy kind of brain. Certainly lower weight. The weight loss is a great side effect of this diet. And just an overall sort of feeling of, I'm eating a healthier diet, not just for me, but also for the planet. So that there's a satisfaction that comes with that. And I think longevity, I'm still, I think I'm old at 44, but I know that's, young,
The
relatively.
baby.
I know. But I think the longevity of eating this way is a great side effect. I have not experienced it yet, like I said, because I'm still relatively young. But I often think about the fact that this will help me live into an age where I can get to meet my grandkids and go to their weddings and, be fully present for them. So that's kind of the goal.
Yeah, and I think it's a really, I think it's a very viable goal as well, because you see, I mean, obviously, I know very little about professional chefing, but what I do know is that it is a very physically demanding job. You're on your feet all day and all night in many cases. And so the thing is, you've got to have remarkable amounts of stamina. Have you noticed that things like stamina have changed for you since?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's funny you say that because yesterday I got to work when it was dark and I left when it was dark. But after a good night's sleep, I woke up at 5:40 this morning, and I was ready to go. It's my day off of work. I could have easily just gone right back, and I don't feel like this. I don't know the word to say, this effect that just goes on compared to my previous jobs, where the regular eating, which included a lot of animal protein and cheese and cream and all sorts of dairy and high sugar. I remember waking up in those days and thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I have to go back. It would take me time to just sort of move my body to sort of be able to have the joints function. Whereas today, I'm up and, I'm like, okay, I could go to work, but it's good that I'm not. So, let me see what sort of fun things I can do.
Yeah, so it's massive. So it's like a massive lifestyle benefit, isn't it? Yeah, all that extra positive stuff. Because I think so many people before they find the benefits of this kind of lifestyle, I think the norm is to think, oh, it's Sunday, I'm just going to have a duvet down, I'm just going to pull the covers over my head and hibernate for the whole day because it's my day off work. I think so many people just feel, I think that they think that, or they feel that low energy levels are to be expected and are completely normal. And yet, once you do transition to this lifestyle, you do actually notice remarkable energy differences, don't you? And stamina and all sorts, clearer thinking, just everything changes, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Recently, last year, I think it was in the summertime area, I was invited by a friend of mine to go to this resort in the called Rancho La Puerta in Mexico, sort of in the desert area, and because of this lifestyle, this diet that I do, I was able to do the morning hikes every day and then come back, have some breakfast and then go back to either playing pickleball. I don't know if you are familiar with that, or tennis or swimming, so I was like active, all day long. And being that I was not at work, I had so much energy to do all this activities, and I felt great. I loved it. Right now it's kind of cold, so I'm not getting out 3 or 4 times a day, but certainly at least twice, and it feels good. It feels normal. I will say that it feels normal to have a good level of energy and be a fully functioning adult for your job, for your family, for whatever other obligations or friends or activities you want to do. And it doesn't feel like like I'm over extending myself at all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important, isn't it? It's sort of manageable, and it makes life so much easier, especially when we're all so very busy today. So, I mean, talking about busy, you are one of the busiest guys on the planet, because I know that you've got courses, you've got all sorts of things going on your website. There's so much for people to choose from. There are books. I mean, it's so much there. Can you say a little bit about what you've got, on offer, so that people can find out how to engage with you, how to learn more about your work, and also a little bit about what they'll find on your site?
Sure. So my website is Bravo PB. Bravo is my last name, and then PB, which stands for plant-based .com, bravopb.com. You can go to my website, and there's a free recipe database in there. There is other resources, which a lot come from things that people ask me. I get a lot of questions about Chef Bravo, which knife and pans do you recommend? So I put all of that in there. There's a little bit about my own personal story, which hopefully it's relatable for people, knowing that I come from, regular cooking and eating, and now into this way of eating. There's also my YouTube channel, which is Bravo Plant-Based, where I do all this videos, just random cooking or food videos that I like to share with people. What else? I've written a couple of cookbooks, as you mentioned, Bravo Cookbook and then Bravo Express. You can sign up for one of my online cooking courses, again, at my website, excuse me. And so, yeah, I try to stay busy. I try to provide information for people. When I started doing this plant-based cooking, I I noticed that there wasn't a lot of that available. Now, 14 plus years later, it's much more common, much more out there, for people in their YouTube channels and blogs and recipes out there. But when I started there, I didn't see much. So I thought, while I do this, I'd like to share my work with people so that, they have more resources, so that they can, if they so choose, eat healthier.
Yeah, absolutely. So interesting, because over here in the UK, we have, I know you also have it in other countries as well, I think also in the States, Veganuary, where everybody attempts to go vegan for January. But one of the things I've noticed is that a lot of people love the idea, but they tend to fall at the starting post because they simply don't know what to do. They don't know what to make. It's that they love the idea, but for all sorts of different reasons, from the ethical standpoint, from the health standpoint, from the ecology standpoint, and so on, but they get stuck. And so the fact is that you've got such a rounded lot of information there, and so yeah, I think it's fantastic. And also, for anybody tuning into this, if you just click on the little down arrow to the right of the video, click on that, the show notes will open, and you'll actually be able to see Chef Ramses, or all of his information, his contact details there as well. So just feel free to do that, and also check out his YouTube channel. So in closing, can I just ask you, because I know that you've contributed really generously to this amazing health and ultimate weight loss bundle that's going on at the moment, and it's incredible, this thing. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've actually put into this amazing thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Before I answer that, also, if you go to my website, you can contact me. I get a lot of emails from people who ask me different questions, and I don't always get to them right away because, my busy work schedule, but I do answer everybody. So if you got a question regarding, plant-based lifestyle, eating recipes or whatnot, please send me an email and I will get back to you. And then as far as this project, this ultimate weight loss bundle, which I was invited to be part of, I think it's a really cool project, knowing that there were over 100 people that sort of came together to put this larger project together for people. And a lot of them, like yourself, you're in the UK and I'm in California, and I was talking to somebody in Germany the other day, and someone in Arizona. So there, you get to get a sense that, there is a community out there. You just have to, reach out. So, which is pretty cool. My personal contribution to the bundle is my last online course, which is called Solutions for a Healthy Lifestyle. So it's a video course, and I have these lectures where I talk about things like how to deal with food cravings, how to deal with how to eat healthy at restaurants. What do you do if you have the best of intentions, you want to eat healthy, you kind of have a plan set in place, but then no one else in the house, no one else in the family wants to go along with that. And for a lot of people, that's that's a deterrent, and it derails the best of their intentions.
Yeah.
So I talk about how to deal with that. I talk about emotional eating from a chef's perspective, and multiple other topics. I do have some guest speakers that come on camera with me, and we talk about things like the importance of sleep, skincare, nightshades, what those are, why you should be careful with them. And on and on. I have doctors, health coaches, even a lovely lady, a psychotherapist who talked about dating and how to, because that can be a scary thing for people. So we talk about that. And it's just, again, like the title says, just simple solutions for a healthier lifestyle, simple things that you can do to improve your overall health and way of living.
That is remarkable. That really, really is. And it's what I think is so lovely to say, all of us, we've all come together to contribute to the bundle. And, for you to put something like that into this bundle, I think is just absolutely wonderful, incredibly generous. So, I want to say thank you, as well. And I think, as you rightly say, it's remarkable that all of these people from all over the world we're all contributing. And it's dramatically changing people's health and well-being. So I just want to say thank you. It's wonderful. Your work is incredible, and I just can't wait. I hope that this is the beginning of lots and lots of more future videos. Perhaps we can get you cooking some of your recipes and so on. Because
absolutely,
yeah, we need to do this. It's lovely, and I know that my audience, I know, are just going to absolutely love you and everything that you do. So I'm so excited to introduce you to them.
Yeah, and I'll just say this, it is a great offer. The course alone that's part of this whole thing is $47.95. The course of the whole bundle, where you get all 100 plus items, is $49. So I tell my people, if you would be willing to pay $1.05 more, you're going to get so much more stuff.
I know.
Than just before. So
yeah. You're right. And I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because the entire bundle, I mean, with everything that's been contributed, it's well in excess of $4,600, nearly $5,000. So it's a bit of the whole bundle is a bit of a no-brainer, and I just think everybody should rush to get it, especially because they're going to get that access to that amazing course of yours. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Ramses. You're such a star. I cannot thank you enough for being with me today, and we shall see you soon, no doubt.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for having me, Jayney. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much.